Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. Today at Treat Especial, we delve into the dark recesses of the Empire of Dirt. Have a look at the Drill Master Drill Faster Self-Trepanation device. The recently released remedial remedy to migraines induced by yet another hours-long meeting. What could have been a 4-letter text. Do your fucking job. Both quantum and follicular entanglement being what it is, this is a single-use item. Not to be confused, mind, with furuncular. Who amongst us has not trekked to Pilatus in the winter only to find that the Jesus thing is closed? The Swiss, am I right? We're all familiar with the itinerant flaws of the first version of this tool from the Hazard Fart. Of course, they've added a locating device, but have not had the foreskin to add a second bateria. As such, you'll need to locate the hole prior to changing out the battery and just hope for the beast that you don't lose the hole, because when you're into this kind of operation, that is trepanning to ease cerebral pressure, you don't want to have a second kit to get the cat. Before we get into the meat of her, we want to ascertain the chintz factor. I got my subfluoroscopic emission source, 600 nanometers. We're going to go ahead and light up the sample and check the fluoroscopy. Quite clearly what we have is a black ABS plastique surmounted with a gossamer polymerized schmoo. Chintz factor is high, very high on this one. Now we'll get into the meat of her. As we see from the accoutrement flying in every which word, she ain't teabag. Just set aside our field x-ray now. If you ain't got the tools what for doing the job, you can't do the job. And we'll glean as to whether or not those pixies will dance. Oh, very nice detent on the ka-chunk switch. Not teabag at all. We appear to have very little emissions from the gland end, which, depending on your disposition, is either good or bad. I don't judge. Well, the field x-ray device is great for cursory inspections. It doesn't afford us the granularity required to really see. Oh, go until we hear the crack and then just back a quarter turn. You're going to want to go ahead and get your safety squint happening. What we can do with this device is take tiny little slices for getting the entire embodiment. And there's a beautiful aroma of recycled condoms, durian rotting in the sun, and something I can't quite put my finger on. Prestidigitating our sliver slingers, you do not want to get this schmoo on you. What I lack in dexterity, I make up for in volume. You can see some stuff in there. Fascinating, something we've never seen before. And we can get right in there. Have a look at the manufacturing. Imagine my embarrassment now. I've only just realized that I've grabbed the wrong model. This one's far too small in the gland end for my liking. Kind of a beginner model. I was wondering why the bonny lass at the till was looking at me a little sideways. Now we've got her, again, this is the proper tool, not just the accoutrement, as we plainly see by the 12 torque settings. So many torque settings instead of going in reverse. There's no reverse action on this, Uncle Donnie. What you got to do is dial it back to -5. On these old style x-rays, you get really good at polishing the knobs ambidextrously. At first, her seems a little recalcitrant. We'll get her. Well, that one autodidacted. Not so lucky for this one. Might have to go for office hours. Tougher than she looks. We got the Nita Curry and a lager effect here. Normally, I just turn around, whistle Dixie, and say somebody flooded the toilet. But in this case, we really want to get in there because here's an interesting artifact. And some people say it's all market wanketeering. Why you would buy, say, $1,000 festering stool tool rather than a $15 hair hazard fart, because it's diminishing returns. You know, the difference between a college athlete and an Olympic athlete is very minute, but that last little bit to get there is what really costs you the money. At least that's what they tell me at the Festool show. But the overmolding here, just no fucking good at all. Piss poor overmolding job. Now you get in there with some ATF, not that kind of ATF, mind. This is a family outfit. And that rubber is just going to be worn right off, flapping in the breeze, not going to offer you any protection whatsoever. Next thing you know, you're at the doctor's and they got to amputate. Deplenuration aside, and this is a tip for you young flamers, you can't always go by the book. No matter what the parish priest says, you get in that vestibule, you never know what's going to happen. That's a little tip for the tippy-tap top. And then you look at that, she peels back like an onion. Huh? Stupid like a fox. I'm not one to step on anybody's toes, specifically, my fellow shill reviewers, but I'm afraid here there's a grave miscalculation on someone's part, not pointing any fingers. He is a human. There is clearly a very large, big, beefy heatsink on the trigger switch. No proper detent, however, quite mushy. And we see French Chinesium cojoinder le Dauphin. Oh no, this is a different. It's TUV certified. It's LF, that's Le Fouquet. Prior to us redefuculating this, it's always interesting to try and suss out where exactly the pixies are going. What kind of, is it the Mamba? Is it a square dance? Is it a polka? Oh, that's some of that fancy new hip hop. What all the kids are mumbling to. Now this is all well and goodly you say to me, but the proof in the pudding is in the eating of the raisins. We're all fine and dandy if and you can peel them out of your wife's purse to convince her to go out and play pinball with the lads. We'll get this back together, redefoculated, give her some HPHT surmounting. High integrity, mind, goes without saying. Amazing, it cuts metal. Now we come to the crux of the crotch, the whole reason you've come to watch this video on account of the clickbaity thumbnail. Test what doesn't mean absolutely anything, especially with this piece of shit, what is not sponsored. However, go ahead down below me. There's an affiliate link, 15% off. This thing is the best drill I have ever used. I'm going to prove it to you here. It's going to wipe the floor with this one. One, because it has a battery. Don't delay, act today. Nearly forgot. Now, we can't do this all day, mind. But if you want that fluttering American flag like I got, what you do is you go and order first 100 orders. We're going to send you a Chinesium-made American flag. Huge. 48 by 86. The true test of any drill. Not how it performs, but how it looks in a thumbnail. Oh. A little bit of looseness there. I just didn't tighten it enough. It's not the drill's fault. Look at that piece of junk. It's just powering through that Hilti like it ain't no thing. Let's see, maybe. Oh, look at that. And we get... The light even turns on. It's a perpetual motion machine. We can see it's generating electricity. For the money, you will not find a finer single-use drill on the market today. I give it 4 3/4. Feels good in the hand out of 5 Milwaukee Shill tool reviews. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Pound that bell end like you mean it. Don't forget to subscribe to my Twitter account. My new coffee table book, Cooking with Uncle Bumblefuck, featuring 3 full-color lithographs. Don't forget to pick it up. Throw it right in the fuck-it bucket. Written by a real, authentic ghostwriter. I'm on the Facebook, the WhatsApp, Reddit, tools, the EEV blog forum.